Good morning. This is Robert Goodman for Positive Strokes, Staying Clean. Turn that light on, please. It's great that y'all have a moment to check out my video. I want to talk about my operation and my recovery. Being in recovery, it's important that we get information when we have to go through some drastic changes in our lives. One of the greatest things that we have to deal with is actually I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. So they removed my prostate. Now, up to that point, when you're getting that information, all the crazy things go into your head. And makes you think and be surprised about how bad this situation really is. And you think of all the bad things, all the good things, and you just been martyred about life in itself and how it's treating you and how you done worked on your recovery and why you're getting hit with this. And for me, it was, I know that life was in session, that this was something that I had to experience and it's things that I had to go through. And, it's because of my bad living in my past, my past comes to haunt me into my present. Well, I was diagnosed at Banner MD Anderson. It used to be called Cancer Center, but it's just MD Anderson, Banner MD Anderson. And my operation was at Banner Gateway Medical Hospital. And everybody treated me with love and respect and care. I've never been treated in a situation like this. I mean, I've had an operation before and at a different type of hospital. But the level of care that Banner has given me was like unbelievable. They were really nice. The nurses engaged with me. They was really nice. My wife, she was right there. I went in, and it was an outpatient procedure. I spent the night in a hospital. That was my choice. I didn't have to, but I wanted to make sure that if any complications may arise, that I was at the right place at the right time. So 24 hours in the hospital gave them enough time to make sure that I was okay. But the interesting thing is when you have an operation, you're dealing with pain. So one of the things that they did discuss with me was about fentanyl, that they was going to give me fentanyl, that it's highly addictive, which I know that because I'm a recovering addict and I know about dope and I know about drugs, so I understand exactly, and I wasn't concerned about me taking it or me getting it because I know that in recovery, they say that you're supposed to follow medical's advice and you take your medication when you're supposed to. But also you let them know that you're a recovering addict to let them know that, this could may be a problem for you. But the greatest gift that I had was my soulmate, my partner. She was right there. And she was right there for me. I'm a pretty independent person. And very disciplined too. So I had no issues about it. They was giving it to me at the hospital at the prescribed time. But when I went home and I would take it every 12 hours instead of every 6 hours. And in between that, I would just take regular pain medication. I felt that was more of a wise decision for me to do because it gave me a longer period for it to really alleviate out my system and not put a dependency on it. So it worked out well. But the interesting thing is after all that and I'm home and I have to wear adult diapers because I had a decatheter at home and I had to go through that. And it's, to me, being a man, that is very embarrassing. And I went through mental changes with that, but I knew that this is something that I had to go through. But it is kind of being embarrassing being a man, and I got to wear a diaper. But okay, I got through that though, because that's just an issue. But as I was learning the recovery part of it, and I was listening to a person that was taking care of my recovery and teaching me how to rebuild myself, because when you have an operation, you knock everything out of whack. It's like starting over again. So you have to reprogram the brain and the body to do the right thing all over again, and which takes a process, and it doesn't happen overnight. And so I learned a lot. I learned a lot about me. I learned a lot about my body. I learned a lot. But I want to say that I wouldn't have got through it if it wasn't for the dedication and the care of the doctors at Banner Gateway Medical. I couldn't say nothing more greater than they treated me with utmost respect and love and consideration. They did their job, and now it's my job to work on making myself better. The reason I want to share all this with you is because that in recovery, life is in session, so things happen. It's not like this is going to happen on the end of the deal, or it's going to happen whenever. I mean, it just happens, and you have to keep a clear head and don't allow your mind divert you from doing the wrong thing. I did what I needed to do. I disciplined myself, and it's for the betterment of me. I look at it the same way as when I started in recovery, is that in the beginning, I needed the recovery. I wanted to change my life. So I had to find a new way of living. So that meant that I had to go down a path that I knew nothing about. And it's the same thing as anything else in life. I had a problem. I went to the doctor. They educated me about my problem. They told me what were my options. They told me that this is my best option, and this is something that I did. I chose that option. But now I have to follow through. The same way you follow through in your program of recovery, you follow through in taking care of yourself. You have to follow through. Which, and I always say in a lot of my videos is that what I used to do yesterday, I can't do today, because it worked yesterday, but it won't work today. So due to the fact that I do have issues now, I have to change my behavior. Oh yeah, I love to smoke cigarettes. I smoke 10 cigarettes a day, and I had to stop. So 24 hours before my surgery, I stopped. I smoked my cigarette, my last cigarette, and then I made a conscious decision to stop. Oh yeah, they gave me one patch at the hospital. They could have gave me more patches, but I made a conscious discipline. I'm a very disciplined person, so I discipline myself. But also, I'm finding that when we get rid of a habit, we have to change our behavior because we're used to doing a certain way. So my daily life was geared around smoking and the times that I would smoke. So now I'm not doing that anymore. So now I have to change my behavior and look at other aspects. And it's funny how we get so bogged up into the same everyday routines that we're not able to do that routine, how we get lost mentally about refixing ourselves or channeling our energy or re-challenge our time to fit new circumstances in our lives. Recovery is one thing, but living life on life's terms is another. Once you've come past the situation of the need for the drug, and you done built the life for yourself, and you do things differently, but also you must understand and remember that life changes, so it's constantly changing. So you have to be able to adapt to life and life situations that come ahead. You can't let problems and situations engross you so bad that you can't see the trees among the forest. You feel so lost. You know, I like the adage, it's one day at a time. I do all that I can in this one day, and then tomorrow I work on taking care of tomorrow. I don't try to worry about 10 years down the road. I keep myself focused on the now and today. So I just want to let y'all know that I'm back. Um, and thank you for your support and your good wishes and your prayers. And I want you to know that I appreciate that very much. My wife appreciates it too. Life is unpredictable. Understand that situations are going to come into your life and it's going to throw you for a curve. Sit back, take a breath, and don't let it consume you. Just look at the facts. Separate yourself from the emotion part of yourself. And that's something that I work on daily because, see, I can get very emotional. I can get very emotional. And when I get that emotional, then I see the red, and Robert's a totally different person, somebody that you would probably not even recognize. But take it one day at a time. Take care of yourself. You know, in your addiction, we destroyed ourselves. We abused our bodies. We didn't get lack of sleep. We took more drugs than we could consume. Sometimes we were so wasted we had to try to sleep some of it off. We didn't eat properly. We just totally beat our bodies up. You know, just because you're in recovery now doesn't mean that your body is not going to show no symptoms of the abuse that we caused ourselves. We all. It doesn't matter if you're in recovery or you're not in recovery. It's your lifestyle. The lifestyle that you live is detrimental to your health. Then you have to find a new way of living if you want to be here. Because, see, we only get one shot at this life. You don't get no do-overs. You do not get no do-overs. You get one shot at this life. So ask yourself, am I going to let what happened in the past divert me from my primary purpose? Am I going to let the past stop me from making amends to people that have harmed and they have harmed me to move on with my life? Or are we going to carry the pain from the past into the present and carry it into the future? I have no time to waste on past pain, past situations, and past things that people have done to me. I've learned that all that is a learning experience. It's a learning experience. You learn. I don't have to act. Just because somebody treats me bad, I don't have to act on it. I just know that I don't need to be associating with them because that's not my lifestyle. A person treats you bad, I ain't got to associate with you to be treated bad. Simple. I keep it simple, stupid. Simple, stupid. Well, today's Sunday morning, the start of a week. My advice is take care of yourself. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Count your blessings. And when life throws you a little curve that you don't understand, just embrace it. Make the best decision out of the bad situation and move on. And thank yourself and your higher power that you are in recovery, that you're able to take care of yourself. You have a great day.